Polyphasic sleeping has been used by people as an introductory method to lucid dreaming and to improve their pre-existing skills. In this video, we will discuss why this is the case and how you could use polyphasic sleep to either master lucid dreaming or become introduced to the practice very easily. Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. My name is Crimson Flower and I'm a main author of Polyphasic.net, the community recommended resource for polyphasic sleepers. So let's start off by explaining what lucid dreaming is. Lucid dreaming is being aware that you're dreaming within a dream. It's related to controlling dreams, which is called dream control, and remembering dreams, which is called dream recall. Lucid dreaming also requires another skill, being aware that you are dreaming. And it's actually a core factor in controlling the dream according to one's will. This awareness of lucid dreaming originated in Tibetan Buddhism, and it's been scientifically verified that lucid dreaming exists during the 20th and 21st century. So what are the benefits of lucid dreaming? Well, controlling dreams does seem like an impossible yet very desirable achievement, and there are certainly both physiological and economical benefits to lucid dreaming. One of the main benefits for lucid dreaming for polyphasic sleepers is that you don't have to pause your life when you're dreaming. See, one of the goals of polyphasic sleeping is to be able to optimize the awake time so that you're sleeping less and thus being able to be awake more. You will have a better productivity from this and you will just have more raw productive time. Well, lucid dreaming shares this benefit because you don't have to pause your life when you're dreaming. When you're dreaming, you could put time into working on coming presentations or otherwise just, learning something, making better use of the time when you are sleeping. Lucid dreaming can also decrease stress levels. It's been known in stress management that having a sense of control can help you become less stressed. And if lucid dreaming induces the sense of control, then lucid dreaming is related to stress control and reducing stress. In fact, polyphasic sleeping can also help reduce stress just because you have more time during the day to do your activities. Also, several polyphasic sleepers put their time that they gain from polyphasic sleeping into taking care of themselves, self-care, and that's really helpful for reducing stress levels. Though, I want to point out that you will of course be stressed during your polyphasic adaptation because you will be going through a lot of sleep deprivation, but this is more related to after you have successfully adapted. Okay, we've gone through several benefits of lucid dreaming, but what are the disadvantages of it? Well, if you suffer from schizophrenia, you're going to have multiple realities in conflict. So it can drive you a bit crazy. Fortunately, there are methods of testing whether you are in a dream, and it's beneficial in this case to develop a mindset that accepts multiple realities. Still, most people don't suffer from schizophrenia, and those would have another issue, namely that you don't get immediate results when you're practicing lucid dreaming. I mean, what's offered is very clearly a grand promise, and people expect to have immediate results after investing in a short period. However, if you're spending hours researching, it's possible that the lucid dream doesn't occur within even the first month of practicing it. And it can take a lot of time, and you need to have patience and you need to practice it very thoroughly and frequently in order to be able to actually lucid dream. It's very similar to polyphasic sleeping actually, because there's this long adaptation period where you don't really see any results, and you need to be able to stay on top of that. You shouldn't let your willpower or lack of results discourage you into continuing. Okay. So how do you combine polyphasic sleeping and lucid dreaming? Well, I want to point out that this is still pretty experimental because the link between polyphasic sleeping and lucid dreaming is still being investigated and it hasn't been gone through that thoroughly and scientifically. But there are still people who have improve their lucid dreaming from polyphasic sleeping. So there's clearly a link there, even though it hasn't been investigated, super thoroughly. Many lucid dreaming methods, such as the wake back to bed method, rely on you waking up in the middle of the night and then going back to sleep when you're already groggy. This is one of the shared attributes of lucid dreaming and polyphasic sleeping, because it helps with improving lucidity. Also, polyphasic sleepers have REM sleep in their naps at very controlled times. This is really beneficial because the REM sleep stage is when you dream. So if you know that you're going to be dreaming at a specific time, it's going to be much easier to become lucid in that time, because you already know that you will be dreaming. Some elements of polyphasic sleeping that will assist lucid dreamers are, as I already said, allocating REM sleep. The hallmark of polyphasic sleeping is being able to predict the sleep mechanics. You'll have a sleep schedule that places REM in naps, as I already said, which allows for a higher level of lucid dreaming. But there's also the fact that you can use naps for lucid dreaming. Because, as I already said, naps contain the REM sleep, though the cores also contain REM. So, depending on the schedule you're on, you're either going to be able to use mainly your second core for lucid dreaming, or naps which contain REM sleep for lucid dreaming. This is one of the functions of SOREM, or sleep onset REM sleep, which places REM early in a sleep period, and it happens to polyphasic sleepers quite frequently in their naps, especially during the middle end of their adaptation and after they have adapted. Then you'll have constant REM in your naps, and you're going to be able to make use of that when you're wanting to improve your lucid dreaming. But also, polyphasic sleepers can have a schedule dedicated for lucid dreaming. Historically, it's been known that if you manipulate your sleep schedule, which is the core of polyphasic sleeping, it's going to help with lucid dreaming. This form of polyphasic sleeping has its historical roots in Stephen LaBerge's Exploring the World of Lucid Dreaming, the passage how to schedule your efforts for best results. As I already talked about a bit, many people have been able to get lucid dreaming naps simply from having REM in their naps with no prior experience. What this means is that when you go to sleep, you have REM and you start dreaming, you realize you're in a dream and start controlling it without practicing any kind of lucid dreaming before, and that's really interesting for sure. It means that polyphasic sleepers is an easy way to get introduced to lucid dreaming, and that's especially super powerful. When choosing a polyphasic schedule with the purpose of improving your lucid dreaming skill, a key point should be noted. As talked about in the 2018 Polyphasic Survey results and analysis, most REM-filled naps occur in the morning and only some in the afternoon. Because of that, different schedules make more sense to attempt than others. For example, due to the unpredictable sleep architecture of nap-only schedules, they should probably be avoided long-term for these lucid dreaming benefits. Still, for short term, you could do Uberman or Naptation because they're only going to have SWS in their naps after around a week into the schedule. So before that, you're going to have quite a few REM-filled naps, and think about it, 12 times or 6 opportunities in a day to have a lucid dreaming nap. It's going to really speed up the process of learning how to control your dreams. But as I said, not a long-term solution, only a short-term. Don't try to do it for several weeks or months, because you're going to start to have SWS in your naps, and also the sleep deprivation is going to kick in and take over. So what I would suggest you do in this case is stay on the nap-only schedule for up to a week, then recover and try to make use of these skills that you have learned when you transition into another schedule. So only use this as an intermittent phase, either by gradually adapting back to a higher sleep total schedule directly after you've been on the nap-only schedule, or taking a break in between and recovering your sleep deprivation. Dual core and tri-core schedules are great because they have a whole core placed in the REM peak, with the exception of dual core 3, which has a core in the mixed REM and SWS sleep time. Several people have noted that they have achieved very long intense dreams in the REM core on these schedules, and I already talked about dual core 3 not having, a core in the REM peak, but it has quite a few naps, and many of these schedules make use of several naps that are going to fill with dreams instead, so they could be good options to go for if you want to improve your lucidity. With the Everyman schedules, your best options are most likely going to be either Everyman 2 with 1 nap in the REM peak, or Everyman 3 extended with up to 2 naps in the REM peak, or in the REM heavy area in this case. Everyman 4 extended will also be a good option, with 3 naps early in the morning and a core focusing more on SWS. That's going to really boost your availability to have REM sleep in your naps. Each nap in the REM heavy area is a great potential for containing REM sleep. With the biphasic schedules, the best bet would be segmented, with 1 whole core in the REM peak or REM heavy area. The other biphasic schedules, Everyman 1 and Siesta, are less likely to provide great lucid dreaming benefits because they have no sleeps in the REM heavy area. Still, around half of all people who are on Everyman 1 get REM sleep in their nap. But it's highly dependent on when the nap is placed. The later the nap, the less REM sleep you're going to have in it. In order to figure out the best schedule suited for your life, I suggest you join the Polyphasic Discord and ask the experienced people there. The link to it will be in the description. But okay, where do you go if you want to find information about lucid dreaming? First, I want to point out that it's best to stay persistent and consistent with a particular method that you choose, with reality checks to every method. So, check out the Polyphasic Sleep Discord. In the Polyphasic Sleep Discord, there's a dedicated chat called Dreaming, containing essential links on and information on lucid dreaming. There's also Dreamviews, which is a lucid dreaming community that has articles and threads on various lucid dreaming techniques and facts. There's the Lucid Dreaming wikibook, which is a wikibook with good information on lucid dreaming. Lucid Realm is a Discord server dedicated to lucid dreaming that provide live communications in case anyone has questions and are in need of answering them. r/lucid dreaming is mainly used for anecdotal experiences, but you can still go there. And the best book would be Exploring the World of Lucid Dreaming by Stephen LaBerge. If you want to purchase a book on lucid dreaming, this would be the one to go for. All of these resources will be linked in the description, so check them out there. So how do you really get started with lucid dreaming? Well, everyone and their grandma knows that you should start a dream journal, do reality checks, and implement an induction technique. The following points are less known but offer additional guidance to your progress towards lucid dreaming. First, you want to start recognizing dreams. When writing a dream journal, you need to check off when you've recognized at least 1 dream after waking up. Next, try to improve it so that you have 1 dream per day. And when that's achieved, or if the progress stagnates before that's achieved, you can try auto-suggestion, which entails telling yourself that you will have a dream before you go to sleep. Also, be sure to record in the dream journal after waking up from sleep, regardless if you dreamed or remembered a dream or not, because that's really going to improve your ability to recall the dreams later. Also, rehearse going to sleep and waking up. Lucid dreaming demands a good formation and maintenance skill. Not being able to write down in a dream journal other than simply "I can't" is prone to degrade the ability to lucid dream. To prevent this from happening, you need to do 2 things when going to sleep. First, you need to tell yourself that you will recall a dream or get a lucid dream, and to tell yourself that you will write it down in your dream journal. Okay, for both, visualize having a dream and writing it down in a journal after you've woken up in your visualization. It's really going to help you. So the other things that you want to do is to start doing reality checks. Reality checks enable you to test if you're in a dream, both in waking life and in the dreaming life. In fact, practicing reality checks in the waking life transfers to the dreaming life if done consistently. Choose 2 reality checks that you want from the internet and practice them at least once per hour. For both, visualize yourself doing the reality check while you are doing it. For example, if you're doing a reality check where you push a finger through your palm, you want it to you want to visualize it going through your palm when you're staring at it and doing it in the physical world. The laws of physics are of course not going to allow this to happen, but when you dream, you might actually be able to push your hand or your finger through your palm, and that's going to make you realize that you are actually dreaming. You should also have a dream check tally. You should create a physical reminder that records the progress, okay? This is essential for remembering to do them and improving. So set alarms to go off when you want to do your reality checks or notifications or any type of these things. Just remind yourself that you need to do them and do them frequently. You should also get familiar with induction techniques. These 2 primary induction techniques that all other lucid dreaming techniques expand from are called the mnemoically induced lucid dreaming, or mild, and wake-induced lucid dreaming, or wild. Use these links to get familiar with them. It should be noted that the wild technique should not be used on course dedicated partially or fully to slow wave sleep. So if you want to improve your lucid dreaming on a polyphasic schedule, in this case, use the wild technique in the naps. But still, you should be pretty careful with this, okay? Don't go crazy, use them only sparingly. It's better to make use of other techniques when you're sleeping polyphasically so that you don't interrupt your sleep and degrade your sleep quality there, because it's really vital that you get all the REM sleep that you need when you're on a polyphasic schedule, even from the naps. Okay, the 4th tip is to use Excel or Google spreadsheets to recall all the reality check tallies that you've done in a month, or record them, and when some progress is made, you're going to be able to see it. You can also record how many dreams you've had, how many lucid dreams you've had. And yeah, data collection is one of the best ways to keep track of your process in lucid dreaming, as it is with polyphasic sleeping. You know, many people have adaptation logs so that they're going to be able to see what kind of progress they're making. It's really good to implement that into lucid dreaming as well. Okay, now you have a good foundation for lucid dreaming and know how to make use of polyphasic sleeping to help you out with this. Please share in the comments below if polyphasic sleeping has helped your lucid dreaming abilities or dreaming abilities in any way. And remember to have pleasant naps, people!